Flash is not just a godsend indoors and after dark, it can be a lifesaver outdoors in the middle of the day too. And it's just as effective on sunny days as on grey ones. The technique is known as fill flash. Most of the scene is lit by daylight, but things in the foreground are then brought to life by the additional burst of flashlight. The beauty of this trick is that most of you won't need any extra equipment. The built-in pop-up flash is all you need. Fill flash works well for any subject as long as it's not too close or too far away. Somewhere between 2 and 12 feet is ideal, so it proves particularly useful with portraits, as we'll see here. So what are the advantages of fill flash? If I take a picture of Danielle without it, the summery conditions mean her beautiful eyes are lost in shadows. If I simply pop up the flash and try again, I get a portrait with far fewer annoying shadows, and we have literally added sparkle to her eyes. In basic form, fill flash is as simple as pressing the flash button. You do need to be in the right exposure mode though to do this. P or program mode is what I'd recommend. With autofocus enabled and the camera in its default evaluative metering mode, it is just a matter of framing and taking the shot. The TTL flash metering handles all the settings for you. But you can take more control. Fill flash is a double exposure, one made with daylight and the other with flash, and you can change the exposure settings for each. This is particularly useful for making the backgrounds as light or as dark as you want them. Let's take another shot and try and make the background darker. First, we're going to set the exposure compensation to -1. This darkens the sky and the trees, but also reduces the flash power too, so Danielle's face is also darker. But we can adjust for this using flash exposure compensation, which lets you control the flash power independently. On this camera, you hold the flash button, then turn the front dial. I'm going to set a value of +1.0. Now we have a portrait that is more strikingly lit with a deeper, more saturated background. Don't just use fill flash on sunny days. It can perform miracles on grey days or in the shade too. In this case, the flash boosts contrast and the colours to make your portraits pop. One last tip. I leave my pop-up flash in the slow mode. This has no effect in bright conditions, but comes into its own in low light. To set this, press the flash button and then turn the dial. This will allow the camera to set shutter speeds below 1/6 of a second if it needs them for balanced fill flash backgrounds, whatever the time of day.